Hey there, today I'm going to show you how to draw Nightmare Bonnie from Five Nights at Freddy's 4. So let's start by drawing in the eyes. So starting on the left, we'll start at the very top and draw a circle. Let's draw a smaller circle in the center for the iris. And let's move over to the right and do the same thing. So we're going to start at the top and work our way around, and we'll draw that iris in the center. In between the eyes, we're going to move down a little bit and draw the nose. So let's draw a curve along the top of the nose, and on either side we're just going to come down just a little bit, and we're going to go down in an angle towards the center. So find a center point, and then we're going to draw in the nostril. So up here on the left side we're just going to draw a half circle, color that in black. Do the same thing on the right side. From here, let's draw the top part of the mouth. So just left of this nose, we're going to curve down to the side of the mouth. So let's go across underneath that eye, and then down on the left side. And then on the right side, we'll do the same thing. So going across and then down. In the middle of the center of the nose, we're going to come down with a straight little line like this. We're going to work our way across and do some jagged lines across here along the top. So we're just going to work our way. It doesn't really matter if you match exactly how I have it. I'm just going to draw a few lines across like that. Let's draw some teeth along the top. And I know Bonnie's teeth are kind of like separated with like a top gum part and then a tooth, but I'm just going to keep this very simple. We're going to draw just some V shapes going across the top, just like this. We're just going to try to fit in as many as we can. That's probably pretty good. Now from here, let's draw the bottom edge of the mouth. So starting on the outside of the upper part, we're going to curve down to the bottom and back up on the right side. Now here, let's draw some simple teeth along the bottom row. So starting on the left, we'll kind of work our way across with these little spikes going across. And I know that there's multiple rows of teeth in behind, so what I'm going to do to make this simple, I'm going to start over here on the left side, just draw a curve over to the right, and then we're going to draw some more teeth, kind of like this. And we're going to color in the inside area in black. So right here. So now we'll go inside in between each of the teeth and color that in black. Okay, so now that we've got that all colored in black, let's go ahead and draw the bottom jaw area. So right here, we're going to draw in the cheek. So from this point where the mouth is, we're going to curve up on both sides. From here, I'm going to curve up towards the eye. So doing a curve up like this, but now there's a little bit of a break here. So there's no actual face around this eye here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to chisel away that side of the face. Let's draw in around this eye. So starting up here by the nose, go around the eye like this. And right here it's sort of chiseled away as well. So we're just going to break that off like that. Now if you want, you can go in and color the inside area in black. That'll make it kind of the eye sort of pop out. So from this corner, I'm just going to go in and color that area in black. And we're just going to kind of taper this off as we get to the bottom of the eye, just like so. Now from here, we're going to curve to the center of the head. So kind of like this, in towards the middle of the face. From here, we're going to curve around like that, around the eye. And then from here, we're just going to curve out and just kind of close that gap off there. Let's go ahead and draw the outer part of this eye. So right beside the nose on the right side, we'll curve around the eye and bring it back in to that upper part of the face and color the inside area in black. Just like so. And now let's draw on the bottom part of the jaw. So from here, we're just going to do an overlap. So we're going to come back in, just draw a curve coming down on either side, like so. Then we're going to connect these 2 points with a curve. Going in, just curving that around like that. Okay, so now that we got the face, let's draw in some ears. So the ear on the left side is is actually bent over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the tip first, because that's sort of drawn on top of everything else. So right about here, I'm going to draw a curve like that. I'm going to draw two angled lines coming in towards each other, and then just connect it with a straight line there. Go ahead and draw some little cracks and holes. So these can be just random shapes, just fill them in black. From here, I'm going to draw the upper edge of the next section of the ear, so just a curve like that, a bunch of waves, just to show the broken edge. And I'm going to draw two lines side by side. I'm going to do that twice. Up here, I'm just going to go up in an angle, around at the top, and then come into that point there. Now if you want, again, you want to draw some depth, you go in and just color in the inner area in black. Just the lower part here. Okay. Now from here, I'm going to take this side here and just curve into the head at the very top here. And imagine the back side of this ear coming down here. What I'm going to do is probably break this off as well. So I'm just going to draw some waves, kind of like that. Let's draw in the other ear. So again, this part, it's going to be straightened out. So what I'm going to do is start the same side, go up like this, and right here I'm going to curve up on the other side, and then I'll draw a line across and then just kind of break areas as I go. And again, you can go in and just draw some cracks if you like, some holes. From here, I'm just going to step in a little bit and just curve to the tip of the ear, go across, and then round up the other side. And again, just cracking some holes along the way. Here I'm going to fill this in, draw a few cracks like that. Maybe a few more on this side here. Okay, so we got the head. Let's get into the body. So I'm going to start off with the shoulders. I usually do start with the shoulders because it's the starting point for the arms and that sort of thing. So up here, I'm going to draw two curves coming down from the head, just like this. Now the upper torso, I'm going to make it almost like a big sort of box shape. So I'm going to come down to right about here. Along this side, I'm just going to break the edge where it's joining the arm. I'll do the same on the other side here like that. Now we're going to sort of just transition to a curve on both sides of the hips. Now along the bottom, there's a big hollow area in the center, so it's just like the sides of the chest that are exposed. So what I'm going to do is from here, I'm just going to do some random wiggly lines going all the way up to the chin. And now I want to draw on a bow tie here. So what I want to do is I'm going to draw a circle in the middle. This side, I'm going to curve underneath that side there. This side I'm going to curve out. Now on the bottom side I'm going to curve this out in the opposite direction, and this I'm going to curve in the opposite direction. Here I'm going to connect that point. Now let's draw in the back side of the chest. So from here, I'm just going to break off this area like that, and put this underneath like this. Now I'm going to go ahead and draw some more cracks in the chest area. So up here, I'm just going to draw some big holes and color them in black. Over here I'll draw some more here. Let's draw a couple more on this side. And then on this side here, I'll probably just do a bunch of little tinier ones. And then a couple big ones down here. And a big one along here. One thing I almost forgot is a little wrinkle in the bow tie. So I'm just going to draw two little curves from the bow tie. And you'll notice that I did put this side of the bow tie underneath the chest. It should be actually on top, but since I've already drawn that part in, you can always draw it on top if you'd like later. Okay, so let's get into the chest area here. So in behind, I'm going to draw sort of like a rectangle, like a half square. I'm going to make that twice as thick on the inside. Then on this side here, I'm just going to draw a little side here, and on that side as well. Along the bottom, in the middle, I got the spine coming down to the lower torso. So this is where the lower torso will be. I start on the side of the hips. I'm just going to break the top edge, kind of like that. So just some wiggly lines. Now this is where the spine is going to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a series of rectangles. Draw them and space them out a little bit like this. Draw one more tucked in underneath here. In behind there, I'm going to draw two lines like that, just connecting them, going all the way down in the center of that spine. Now to give it some depth, I'm going to draw in the back side of the chest cavity. So here, I'm going to imagine this going all the way back to this point, but again, I'm going to tuck that in behind the spine and behind the front area of the chest. So let's go ahead and color the inside area in black. And center here as well. Draw the upper part above the bow tie in black, just underneath the chin. Color this side in black. Just like so. And then this side here as well. And then now we're going to draw in the back side of the lower torso. So behind here, I'm going to draw some depth here. So from here, I'm going to make my way over here with a wiggly line, but I'm going to go behind that spine. Just kind of like that. And then again, coloring all that in black. Like so. Okay, now let's draw in the lower torso. So we're going to draw the sides in first. So let's go ahead and draw curves on both left and right side. These are going to come down towards the center, but I'm going to make the line sort of wavy, kind of like this. I'm not going to make it smooth. Draw a couple holes along the side like this. Okay. And then let's get into the legs. So let's start with the one on the left first. So what I'm going to do, this is the actual socket for the upper thigh. I'm going to draw a cracked edge for the upper part of the thigh here. So along here from the left, I'm going to go ahead and just draw these sort of wavy lines going across like that. Let's draw the sides of the leg. So on the top of the thigh, curve down towards the knee. And on the bottom part of the thigh, I'll draw a curve in the opposite direction. From here, I'm going to connect these with just a series of waves like this. And again, you can go ahead and draw in some cracks, elongated cracks, so making it sort of follow the length of that leg, kind of like that. And just to keep this simple, I'm just going to connect this leg to this lower torso with two lines like that, just showing almost like a stick. Then we'll go ahead and just color in the back side of the leg just to give it some depth. So I'm just coloring in just a little bit of height there. Let's go ahead and draw the shin area. So here, there's a knee joint, but on the upper edge of the shin, I'm just going to draw a crack like this. From here, I'm going to draw sort of like a box, this. I'm going to draw two lines coming down, and I'm going to round out the connection there. From here, I'm just going to curve both sides in. I'll show you that again on the right side, but that's pretty much the joint for the knee. We're going to color in the back side again. So I'm just drawing a wavy line connecting the both in the back. Coloring that in black. Now I'm going to draw on the back side of the thigh. So here, again, I'm just going to draw some depth. Just coloring in some black behind. So, okay. Now let's draw in the shin. We're going to come down towards the ankle. So right about here, take the front part and just curve down. And on the back, I'll curve down. So it gets a little bit tighter at the ankle. Here, I'm just going to break the edge again, like so. Go ahead and draw some more cracks and holes. So you can draw as many as you like afterwards, but I'm just going to show you some simple crack detail. Along the top of the foot, I'm just going to draw a crack like this. Connect it with two lines coming down. And again, you can draw some more cracks in behind. Now for the foot, I'm going to draw the heel first. So I'm drawing a curve for the heel. Now the foot's going to come down this way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a straight line towards the first toe. From here I'm going to curve and round out that first toe. In between these got some missing toes. So I'm going to go across, down, and then back again. I'm going to color that in black. Start at this corner here and just draw a rounded curve like so. And I'm going to take this point and go upwards to that ankle there. And again, I'm going to draw some more big cracks along the side of the foot. Draw some more little lines like this if you like. Okay, so there's the foot. Let's draw in the other leg. So we're going to repeat exactly what we did here on this side. Starting with the upper part of the thigh, draw some really deep cracks along the top. Here, let's draw those two lines connecting the leg. And then the back side, we're just going to fill in with a wave. Color that in black. Draw the sides of the leg, so in the inner part of the leg, come down to the same height on the front and back. And we're just going to draw some cracks along the side. Draw some little cracks inside here. Fill those in black. Now if I'm going too fast, you can always pause the video, wait till you get caught up, and then start up again. So let's get down to the shin. So like I did here, I'm just going to start with the upper edge of that shin. Let's draw that little box that connects that leg. We're going to go down at an angle with 2 lines, round out the connection in between. Now from this side, I'm going to round out and go down in behind that leg, and on the other side, on the right side as well. Let's go ahead and color this all in. And then on the back side, on the shin as well. And it kind of makes it look like it's got some depth so that this joint is actually sinking inside the leg. Let's go and draw that shin area. So we're going to take the back side here, curve down towards my finger, and on the front side as well. I'm going to crack this edge, draw some more holes. You see that I always use my opposite hand, my left hand, to sort of measure things out, kind of space things, and then just kind of use it as almost like a target. So I'm using that to guide my pen. Makes things a little bit simpler. Okay, so we got that shin. Let's get down to the leg here. So now this foot is actually all metal. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw that same 2 lines coming down. We're going to round out the bottom, so connecting those 2 points. If you want, you can draw a little bit of detail, so kind of a couple lines in between. Let's go ahead and do that on this side as well, just to balance it out. Now from here, we go across with a short line, then down towards the heel. We're going to come down at an angle, so let's go down like this, and at the top of the foot, we're going to come down at an angle as well. From this point, I'm going to come up and go across. Now I just want to close this gap off like this. Now we want to give this a little bit of depth. We come in, go up, we'll go across. So just making that twice as thick like this. We're giving it a little bit of perspective. And along the top of the foot, I'm just going to draw a couple lines going across like this. And for the foot, just to finish this off, we're going to make almost like a box shape. So pulling that corner in, we're going to connect these 2 points across. We go across the top, draw an angle, and come down. And close this gap with a straight line. Now I'm going to split this foot, 1, 2, 3 lines going down. And from these points, I'm going to pull them back, 2, 3. Now it kind of looks like almost like piano keys. Got like 4 separated toes. Let's get into the arms. So like pretty much like what we did with the legs, I'm going to draw the arms with the top crack first. So here, let's draw the upper arm first. Starting up at the shoulder area, I'm going to draw a wavy line. It could be anything you want. From here, I'm going to draw 2 lines like I did with the thigh, connecting the arm to the chest, and then filling the inside area in with some depth, so some black. Going like this. You can actually fill in the whole bottom area here. Do a little bit on the top. Now we're going to go on either side and curve down towards the elbow. So from this area, top and bottom, and again we're going to crack the edge and put some holes in this area here. So now let's draw the forearm coming down. So again we're going to draw the upper edge first, like so. I'm going to connect this with 2 lines going across, and again filling in the back side. We'll just fill this whole area in black. Come down towards the wrist. So this side will curve in, the inner part of the forearm will curve in, and then we'll crack that edge as well and do some more holes. Okay, so we got that. Let's get into the hand. So now the hand is almost all robotic, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a curve like this. So I'm just going to draw the top part of the palm first, or the hand first. Draw 2 lines connecting that line. I'm going to draw in some backfill here. So now from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw in just a little bit of sort of the flesh that goes on top. So just a wavy line, could be anything. Doesn't really have to be exactly how I drew it. From here I'm going to draw the box, or the mechanical box for the palm in behind this. So I'll start here and come down. Go across, and I'll come up. Now this is a connector for all the fingers. From here I'm just going to draw a little black box in behind, color that in black. Show that again. So going across and up, color that all in black. If you want, you can draw some holes in the palm. Now we're going to draw some fingers. Let's start with the thumb. So here I'm just going to draw 2 lines coming out in an angle and closing that off. you go inside and just draw these tiny little lines going across, because the fingers almost look like springs. Here, let's draw a line across this way. We're going to come down at an angle of 2 lines, close that off, and again drawing a few lines across just to make it look like a spring. We're going to connect this with the 2 lines, and then with the finger, I'm just going to round up the fingertip and draw a spike, a little spike like that. Now all the other fingers that I'm going to draw here are exactly how I drew that. So let's start with the index finger. Draw the lines to make it look sort of springy. We draw the next joint for that finger. And draw some lines inside. We'll connect that with 2 lines. Round up the fingertip and draw that point. Now I'm going to continue backwards, so we're going to just overlay a bunch of fingers back here. Now again, if I'm going too fast, you can pause this and just kind of repeat exactly how I'm doing this. There's a lot of fingers I'm going to have to draw here. So there's 4 fingers per hand and 1 thumb. Okay, so we got the hand there. Let's draw that exact same arm on the other side and try to finish this off. So again, let's draw the upper crack area here first. So just going to crack that edge like this, draw 2 lines connecting that arm, and then we're going to draw that backfill, color that all in black. So let's fill this all in here. That, come up like this. Okay, so we got that part. Let's get into the arm. So curving 2 lines for the upper arm and breaking the edge. We're going to draw some more holes. This. If you want, I noticed that that body's got some almost like stitch lines across the arm. So down here, I'll just show you exactly what that means. Drawing a little wiggly line and just drawing some little short lines across in the opposite direction. Let's do that again here. It kind of looks pretty cool. So I'm going to draw a line down. Just draw some lines like that across. That looks actually pretty cool. Let's get into the forearm. So along here, I'm going to crack this edge like so. Draw 2 lines to connect. Backfill all of this along the bottom, then backfill the top like this. Let's draw the sides of the forearm. So coming down towards the wrist, we'll break off the edge like so. Okay. Now let's get into the hand. So let's draw the upper edge of the palm first, so here, and just break this whole edge off. So just crumble it. Draw a couple holes in here. Draw those 2 lines to connect, and then just backfill. Now let's draw those fingers again. So here I'm going to draw the thumb first. So 2 lines coming out, I'm filling it off at the end, and then just putting some lines in between, and then coming down with that finger. Drawing some hash lines, connecting with 2 lines, rounding up the tip, and then a point. Let's do that 4 more times. So here, I'm going to draw the top parts of the fingers first. It might be a little bit easier. Just overlapping a bunch of these fingers, so 4 of them here. And then coming down with the next joint. 2 lines. Lines. Rounding out the fingertips with a point on each of the 4 fingers. If you want, you can always go back and just put some more cracks along the body if you like. Put some more stitch lines, like so. And that, I think, is pretty much it for Bonnie. So there we have it. There's Nightmare Bonnie. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Please give us a like and share this with your friends. Check out our FNAF playlist. I have a ton of characters in there. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.